Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something pretty central to any business dealing with information.
Yeah, the data life cycle. It sounds technical maybe, but it's really just the journey your data takes.
Right, think about it, all this stuff coming from sales systems, AI tools, even IoT gadgets, it all goes somewhere, does something.
And understanding that journey is, well, it's crucial for good decisions, for audits, for actually getting value out of it all.
So our mission today is to basically map out that sequence, right? From the moment data is born until it's finally deleted.
Exactly. We see it as roughly 8 key stages. We'll walk you through them.
Okay, sounds good. So I've got the definition, capture, preparation, synthesis, analytics and usage, publication, archival, and finally, purging.
That's the map.
Let's jump in with the first one, definition. What's the core idea there?
Well, definition is all about clarity up front. You have to figure out what data you actually need for your business goals.
And where to find it, I guess.
Precisely. Skip this, and you risk, drowning in data that doesn't help you. Wastes time, wastes money.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Get specific first. Okay, so you know what you want. Next up is capture, getting the data in.
Right. Capture or creation. This is how it actually enters your world. Internally, that could be manual entry, system logs.
Like point of sale data.
Yeah, or things like EDI, even scanned documents processed with OCR, that semi-automatic stuff.
And what about data from outside the company?
External data. That brings in more complexity. You're looking at integrity. Is it accurate? Safety, copyrights, contracts.
Potential costs too, right?
Definitely costs. And if that external data is flawed, well, your decisions based on it might be flawed too.
Okay, so data's captured internally or externally,
Mm.
but it's probably messy, which leads us to preparation.
Absolutely critical stage, this one. Preparation is where you roll up your sleeves and make the data usable.
Usable how?
It needs to be complete, no huge gaps, clean, accurate, current, secure to think encryption, and just, well, user-friendly.
So how do you check all that? Validation.
Exactly. You validate. Compare record counts to make sure nothing got dropped. Check stats, like checksums, sort of digital fingerprints.
Make sure the formats are right, like dates look like dates.
Right. Verify field formats, text, numbers, dates. Check character limits so data doesn't get cut off. That happens more than you'd think.
And if you're pulling in external stuff like currency rates.
That's integration. You need processes to ensure those feeds are timely and correct. Then comes the actual cleaning.
Getting rid of the junk.
Pretty much. Removing extra headers or subtotals, fixing leading zeros, weird non-printable characters, standardizing negative numbers.
Or like state abbreviations. CA, cow.
You got it.
Yeah.
Fixing all those inconsistencies, including data types that might be mixed up. It's like quality control.
Phew, sounds intensive. Okay, data prepped. What's synthesis?
Synthesis isn't always required, but it can be really useful. It's like a bridge to using the data. You might create new calculated fields before analysis, like calculating net sales from gross sales and returns right in the data set.
So it makes the next step faster.
Potentially, yeah. Pre-calculating common metrics for quicker reporting or analysis down the line.
Got it. So clean, maybe synthesized data. Now we actually use it, right? Analytics and usage.
Exactly. This is the payoff internally. Using that prepared data for generating reports, dashboards, informing strategy, making decisions.
The core reason we collected it.
Precisely. This stage is primarily focused on internal consumption and insight.
But sometimes data needs to go outside the company. That's publication.
Publication is when you share it externally. Think client statements, maybe investor reports, customer quotes.
Okay, and the catch is?
The catch is you lose sole control. Once it's published, others can use it, share it further, archive it, delete it based on their rules, not yours.
So you need to be really careful about what goes out the door.
Very careful. It's a significant step.
Right. Now, what about data we don't need daily but can't delete yet? Regulations, maybe?
That's where archival comes in. Moving data that's less active from your main production systems to passive storage.
Why do that?
Frees up resources on your active systems, improves their performance, can reduce security risks for sensitive older data. But ideally, you check its accuracy one last time before archiving.
Makes sense. Offload the old stuff. Which brings us to the very end. Purging.
The final stage. Purging means completely removing the data, wiping it.
From everywhere. Active systems, archives.
Everywhere. But only after you're absolutely certain it's no longer needed for any legal, regulatory, or business reason.
And it needs to be thorough, I imagine. No traces left.
Absolutely. A proper purge is crucial for compliance and data minimization.
So that's the whole journey. Definition, capture, preparation, synthesis, usage, publication, archival, and purging. Quite a process.
It really is. And understanding that flow, that whole life cycle, helps businesses manage their information way more effectively, extract real value.
Definitely gives you a framework. So for you listening, here's something to think about. Which of these 8 stages do you think causes the most headaches for organizations? Where do things typically break down and why?
That's a good question to ponder.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.